Let's take a stroll into the office here.
Good. Which chair is mine?
This one, sir. On the left. Here's the water if you need some water.
Somebody drink out of it yet?
Alright, LT. Today's April 8th. Time is approximately 2:30. Oh, sorry. It's in reference to system number 826. In the room is myself, Sergeant Loweforth with ODS, Chief Ryle, and Lieutenant Golmon. Lieutenant Golmon, are you familiar with the employee witness notice?
No, I'm not.
Alright, sir. If you want to take a minute to read that.
Okay.
Alright, sir. If you read it and understand it completely, if you wouldn't mind signing right there in your employee signature. Alright. And Chief's going to take over and ask you some questions.
Switch. All right, LT.
We received a complaint that on Tuesday, March the 12th of this year, at approximately 1800 hours, you were in a shift briefing with where Commander Deaton was present. It is reported that during the briefing, Commander Deaton made some remarks about a LivePD, specifically some remarks about one of the producers during that. Do you recall the briefing I described?
Yes, sir.
What do you remember was said by Commander Deaton?
I remember he made some comment about, he asked a question that he wanted to know who has fucked the LivePD chick.
Say that one more time.
He asked who has fucked the LivePD chick.
Okay.
And
Those words?
pretty close. Then he made a comment about something along the lines of somebody need to fuck her before she leaves and goes and is not around here anymore. Something to that effect.
Did you find any of the comments Commander Deaton or any other person there made in violation of any policy?
Yes, sir.
What policy is that?
Sexual harassment policy.
Did you report it?
I did not.
Why not?
Because I feel like that I've already had a shot fired across my bow, and when I had an issue that I would discuss with the sheriff, and I'm trying to rebuild a relationship with him. That's probably not a real good excuse, but that's what I have.
In that sexual harassment policy, did you feel like you were a victim of that?
Chief, I wasn't offended by it per se, but I was pissed that I got put in that position.
Okay. By him?
By him, yes, sir.
What else do you remember about that event?
Well, remember, for me, looking around the room and going, holy crap, because there were other females that were present. I felt that the room was a little uncomfortable after that was said, and then some small talk and kind of half joking between some of the guys and that sort of thing, and then the briefing was broke, and that was it. I mean, I was in my office, going from my office to the copy machine and back to the office and to the copy machine because I couldn't get the copy machine to work. And I was trying to get all the evals done because they were due, right, on Friday. And we were off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was trying to get everything wrapped up. And lo and behold, as soon as I got it working, he started conducting the briefing. So now I have a copy machine going off while I have a commander trying to talk. So I shut the thing down, copy machine in patrol room. I didn't want it running, obviously, while he's trying to talk. I didn't want to be rude, right? So I hit cancel. It messed up the whole thing. I was trying to go back and forth and getting it going. I was hearing his conversation, going through the briefing stuff that he was going over with the guys. I don't remember everything exactly what was said, but then I got to a point to where I couldn't go any further without fixing the copy machine. But he was still conducting briefings, so I stepped out and leaned against the interior of my door and listened to his briefing. And then that was at the time that I heard this come up, and I wanted to crawl under my desk. So it was just...
Is there something you felt you should have done different?
Chief, I'm going to straight up honest with you. I wish that I wouldn't have had this conversation prior about the text message threads about our staffing and stuff. I wish I would not have ever had that conversation, because I would have brought this to you or to Chief Eacock. But after all that happened, and he told me, I'm friends with the sheriff, right? What else am I supposed to do? I'm in job preservation mode right now. So I don't know what else to say about that. It's not an excuse. Being in my position, I should have come and said something to somebody, but yeah, I didn't. I kicked myself for that, but it was one of those deals where I felt like in my meeting with him, after I talked to the sheriff on that other deal, that I got a shot fired across my bow and pretty much put me in my place. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get through this, just do my job and go home.
Is there anything else?
No, sir. And I apologize to you.
Why?
For not bringing that to your attention.
I appreciate that.
Because that sucks.
You got to know that that I take it all seriously, right? Regardless of it is.
I know.
Right?
I know you do. It's just, yeah, I have no excuse.
So behavior is behavior, right? So
Yes,
we
sir.
adjust it where we can, and we get rid of it where we can't, right? Where they're not
Yes, sir.
willing to. But behavior is behavior. You've been a cop long enough to know that cops get a little crazy sometimes, right?
Yes, sir.
And supervisors got to go, oh, stand by, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we do. And so keep that in mind next time.
All right.
Okay?
I will.
Anything else I need to add?
No, sir. That's it.
Thank you for coming forward.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Does he want this copy?
LT, do you want your copy, sir?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll holler at Fred and see if he's made it.